innocent of stealing booze, their response was way over the legal limit. In high school, keeping up appearances is a priority. So for the class portrait, students want to look their best. The primped pupils are finally ready for their close-up. All they need is a little powder. A trio of pranksters gives their fellow students the sack. With the entire courtyard whitewashed, there's no way the class clowns will make a clean getaway. But no one will forget the day the school picture bit the dust. Seaside, Oregon. Once a year, this normally quaint coastal town becomes a mecca for spring breakers. The college kids come to let loose and have a good time. But with this many drunken revelers crowded into such a small space, it doesn't take long for things to get out of control. It's mass mayhem as the rager spills into the streets, where fights break out. And the girls aren't the only ones who go wild. It's like an AP class in chaos as vandals tear the town apart piece by piece. No doubt, it's time for cops to shut down this party.
Look at him riot here.
Authorities move in en masse, employing extreme measures to bring the bedlam to an end.
Get back over here.
In the end, 20 undergrads are arrested. And the next day, the local businesses are left picking up the pieces. When these students lost control of their senses, it was up to police to give them a lesson in the law. If you're a student hoop dreamer looking to go pro, that means mastering the ultimate move, the slam dunk. Easier said than done. This baller needs a trampoline to get enough lift for his slam. Well, just the slam. These high school players use a similar strategy, with slightly less pain. But when Air Doofus takes the leap, it leaves him shattered. He gets 2 points and cleanup duty. But at this slam dunk competition at Southern Virginia, one dude can't seem to sink his shot. On his final try, he gets major air and puts a new spin on hang time. The All-Star gets in a tangle 10 feet off the floor. While it's tempting to leave him hanging, his buddies finally pull the basket case from the rim. After this monster dunk, he's ready to work without a net. And now a scientific study of the pendulum. If a mass is on a 6-foot string at a 90-degree amplitude, then released via a trigger, what's the angular velocity when it smacks your friend in the nuts? That's what these jokers want to find out. but they can't quite seem to get it right. Some attempts are a little to the left, others low and to the right. Then come the test subjects with sharp reflexes, who dodge or hand-check their way out of danger. It seems the perfect formula is a guy of the right height, along with a good distraction. Say a room full of people? Score one for science. After all, when it comes to higher education, sometimes it's more fun to aim low.
When we come back, welcome to the School of Hard Knocks. First, for these chipper cheerleaders, it's sis, boom, bam. Then, one foul move at this hockey game turns into one of the wildest college clashes ever caught on tape. And later, what this guy considers snack food, we consider unfreaking believable. Everyone's being tested on most daring. Students gone wild.
In this chemistry class, the final exam is for students to create their own experiment. So this genius decides to show off the effects of gunpowder. But success here is an epic fail. With one match, young Einstein gets a harsh lesson in cause and effect. The cause being stupidity. Hockey at any level is a hard-hitting sport. But in the final seconds of this college game, two contentious squads are about to set new standards for thuggish behavior. It's a total ice rink meltdown. It starts when a player from the white team checks an opponent into the boards. A clean hit. But the boy in blue doesn't see it that way. Within seconds, both teams have converged in a massive scrum of flying fists. With the fight raging along the boards, bench players also get in their jabs. And one skater even turns his stick into an eye gouger. The refs are completely outmanned. As soon as they break up one scuffle, two others immediately erupt. The only way for the striped shirts to regain control is to be as rough with the players as they're being with each other. They yank the brawlers apart and shove them to their respective corners. The crowd thinks it's all part of the gladiatorial spectacle. But officials don't share their enthusiasm. Both squads are sent packing to their locker rooms with penalties and suspensions to be decided. But for now, the game goes down as a forfeit after these student athletes forfeited their sportsmanship. April Fool's Day is a campus favorite at most colleges. But when Martha and one of her sorority sisters plan a scare joke on a friend in the bathroom, they don't realize she just so happens to be holding a sharp knife. It seems the startled girl's knee-jerk reaction caused a self-inflicted stab wound. And now the panicked pranksters can't keep their wits about them. Martha is paralyzed with fear as she watches her friend Allison bleed. But as it turns out, it's Martha who's the real victim. Allie's Oscar-winning performance and top-notch special effects made this holiday hijinks a cut above the rest. And one Martha will never forget. Cheerleaders practice just as hard as any athlete.